Okay, so we are sharing Allison's birth story. So on the night of March 30th, around like 8 o'clock, probably 9 o'clock, my contractions started feeling like pretty consistent. I started timing them, but I was like, I'm gonna go to bed and see if I can sleep through them. Well, I tried to sleep a little bit, it just wasn't happening. I went downstairs, watched TV for a little bit, came back up to bed, tried to sleep, and I literally was like waking up like every 5 to 10 minutes. I just couldn't sleep through them. So it was like 2:30, maybe 2:15. Called my mom. She came over here to sleep in our guest room while Henley was sleeping. Then at 3, we arrived at the hospital. We were taking a triage. They connected me to the monitors. The contractions were super consistent, like happening every like 3 to 5 minutes. They checked dilation. I was at a 2. So they were just gonna monitor and go from there. I was having high blood pressure readings. So we went through this, just kind of being monitored. The contractions stopped. They just stopped. But they decided to admit me because of the high blood pressure readings. They weren't fully going down. So I was admitted, and since I was a VBAC, if we went to try to do a natural labor, I couldn't be induced because still being induced at a 2 with not consistent contractions is still kind of like my body wasn't still ready, and they still thought that would just end in an emergency C-section. So they were monitoring the blood pressure, and they were like, if your readings go down, you could go home today. They said, or we can get you in for a C-section. And so we asked who the doctors were on that weekend, because mine rotates with the practice, and the other practice was my old practice that I left for a multitude of reasons. And they said that old practice was on call that weekend. So just based on all of our knowledge that we had, I already had a C-section scheduled for April 4th, so on Tuesday, and this is Friday. We said, you know what, I've given it my best. I am now 40 weeks and 3 days pregnant. I'd be really upset if I went to Tuesday and ended up with a C-section anyways. So I was like, just we'll do the C-section today.